warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to everyone. So today, me, NAZIEHAH, and my partner, AISYAH, AL-AMIN, will persuade you on the topic, which is parents should limit their underage children's screen time. So before we dive into the main points of our speech, let me introduce you what exactly is screen time. So as you guys probably know, screen time refers to the amount of time spent using devices like TVs, tablets, smartphones, and computers. It can include entertainment, learning, or communication with others. So basically it can include the screen like TVs or computers, and it also can be used actively or passively, and also it can be educational or communication. So the first step is the education. So according to the American Academy of Pediatrics 2026, they have found that children spend over 7 hours daily on entertainment screen media, which is quite what you can call an excessive use of screen time, where most of the time was spent on the screen instead of studying, which is very positive, especially towards the parents. And also, excessive screen time affects children's health and development, which is like for the health aspect, they can get their eyesight much worse, or even for the development aspect, they can really communicate really well with other peers in their age, or even like studying to be more efficient in their talking skills. And also, according to the AAP, parents should limit their children's screen time to promote healthy growth. Like I said before, like they should limit their children's screen time because they need to have the skill to actually talk to the people outside of the screen time that they were having. So step 2 is the need. Why exactly we need to never allow this kind of thing to happen is because the problem is the poor quality social media use can cause real development and go harms. For the real development part, it can include the talking skills, also the when you basically able to keep focusing on your studies and so on, and also for the physical harm, which is if children spend a lot of time with your screen time, it can affect your health. Like they basically don't go outside of their homes to spend time with their friends, doing sports like jogging and playing football. And because of that, the damage that it does to the children, basically, it is tied to language delays, social emotional setbacks, and increased risk of nearsightedness, which is myopia. And also the drawback effect, which is the biggest threat, is the screens replace vital offline needs like sleep, physical activities such as running or jogging, and also family talking time, which is very vital to the children development stage. Okay, so the argument that can be forward to our topic, which is the first one, is to build to average. So basically, a lot of chat platforms nowadays were designed based on the engagement base. So basically, like as you can see on TikTok, most of the time you will be scrolling away on your screen, right, to keep the content going. So that will take a lot of your attention. And also the second argument is the 5 C's. So according to American Academy of Pediatrics, they thought that if you want to use your screen actively, it must be just by devices, which are basically, the first one is chat, content, rounding up, and communication. So moving on to satisfaction, or also called as benefits, of why people should you guys to actually adapt to this topic. So first of all, there are four that are mainly highlighted in the slides. Which is first is better sleep quality. When parents actually limit their children's screen time, they actually make a schedule sleep to their own children, which provide better sleep quality and make the children wake up more refreshingly on the next day. And second, can also improve their academic performance when they have enough sleep. So they will feel refreshed on the next day, right? Whenever they want to go to school, and they can actually be more focused on what they can learn in their school. And third, children can also have better physical health, which is when they always play their phone, they will their mind will always adapt to the phone, and they will not including themselves with other people. So that will be like they will probably keep themselves in their room, about themselves in the room, and they won't go to play with their friends. So they won't be moving around so much. So yeah. And lastly, enhance their social skills. As I said in this one also, when they always play phone and they don't limit their screen time, parents don't limit their children's screen time, and they actually limit their children's social skills, which their children will not meet new people or maybe their friends, and just watching or playing their phones all day long. So it's not good, right? So yeah. Next. So to actually visualizations, that four is parents must model good screen habits and stay involved in what their children watch or play. Being engaged makes screen time safer and more meaningful, which means that, of course, parents is the first model to their children, and they should show their actions so that their children can learn from that. So, for example, a parent watches an educational video with their child and discuss it afterward. This is one of the methods that we can try at your home. Imagine that you watch something, and then maybe your children will ask you this or that. So that's this beneficial also for them. And also, parents should create screen-free family time. Do you know? I think almost every of us, whenever we have family meal time, whenever we want to eat, we have to put our phones down, so that we actually appreciate the food and also the time that we make together with our family. So the counter arguments for these topics, irritability, skipping meals, or losing interest in outdoor play can be signs that the child is spending too much on screens. For example, in my household, I can see that my little brother always plays phone, and sometimes he always skips his meal, which make child becomes irritable, skips meal, and avoids outdoor activities because of excessive gaming. Step 5 is action. When used properly, screen time can support learning, improve coordination, and help children explore creative tools like drawing or music apps. Which means this also can show by the parents, and parents actually can gather their children together and make some time with their children to probably, like for this example, a child uses a drawing app to create digital art. But actually, it doesn't have to be drawing app because it's still related to the phone. So we might afraid that they might go to school somewhere like TikTok or YouTube. So we can just use like traditional tools like papers and colorful colors, or maybe highlighters to actually make their brain develop better. And also, a child is allowed 1 hour of screen time after completing homework and chores. This actually is like whenever they already finish the task, or they actually limit themselves and discipline themselves. It's like we're giving them rules so that they don't feel exhausted, or they don't feel pressure or stress or anything, so that they feel more energetic to live up to the day. And lastly, children can play sports, read books, draw, or spend time outdoors with friends. This is just like what I mentioned in the previous class. So this is the reference for our persuasive topic. So in conclusion, balance is key. The goal is not to eliminate screens, but to create a healthy balance that supports learning and development. I guess that's all.